audience, and I'm kind of getting that you're overbearing on yourself. It's not a good time to start any new projects. You're carrying a lot on your plate, and it might be best to kind of just feel how the projects are doing, and don't overextend your will. Kind of allow the universe to move its patterns around you and break things up a little bit. It also might be a good time to look inward and look for the pearls in your life. You can see the clam at the top of the Empress's throne, and inside this shell is a pearl. And that pearl is your inner feelings, your inner drives, your inner successes. But you need to let some of those things off of your plate. It may not happen quickly, but it will happen. Without relinquishing some of these projects, you're not going to have any ultimate success. Let's get another card. Might be good to kind of let somebody take some of that stuff off your plate. This might sound odd, but if somebody takes something from you, it might actually inherently make your life a lot easier. So be comfortable kind of relinquishing some of that responsibility onto others. Can I get another card? Yep. Allow them to take the projects and be willing to walk away from projects too. And whatever projects are left, face them head on. You want to be able to finish everything so nobody else has to basically say that they did the work for you. Hello, welcome. If you place a question in the chat, we'll get to it. We'll answer your question. We're taking questions. Questions. All we ask is that you subscribe. We'll answer your questions with a reading. Free readings, just like and subscribe the video. Okay, let's do a general reading. What did we leave off? We left off, we did Virgo. So Libra. Hello, we're taking questions. All that you have to do is like and subscribe the video. Just throw the question up in the chat. Hello. Please like and subscribe the video.
Very strong ringing in my left ear.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have quite a few people in the room. Please like and subscribe, and we can answer your question. Sarah's shuffling the deck right now. We are a couple. We work together. We do collaborative tarot readings. This is like no other experience that you've had on TarotTube. So if you simply just like the video, subscribe, and we'll answer your question. Just put it in the chat and we'll get to it.
So
our day's going pretty well. We worked a little bit, did some other various things, but if you have a question, throw your question up in the chat. We'll get to it. I guess we could just start with a general reading for Libra. All right, Libra, it's time to not look into the past. Look towards the future. That's where your fortunes and that's where your essentially your life is headed. You're moving on to good things, but it's really important to look at things from a diplomatic and a reasonable way. If you dwell in the past, things aren't going to happen very quickly for you. So you need to look towards the future. Can I get another card? Be willing to show others how you feel. It's important to open up about your hopes and aspirations so that the world can basically be your oyster. There might be some other people's emotions that are in the way as well. It's time to kind of be strong in how you feel and be fearless in that. Sometimes people aren't always receptive to how you feel, so you have to move diplomatically and very strategically, just like a knight. Be sure that you are able to do that and use the powers of Mercury, which is communication ultimately. Can I get one more card? Then we'll do a question. Okay. I want you to be able to share your physical success with others and be willing to watch the fields of your wheat grow. The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. Awesome. All right, we're taking questions. Please throw the question up in the chat. We would love to answer it for you. I haven't got any questions yet. We're a couple. We do collaborative tarot readings. It's a lot of fun. So, welcome everybody. Welcome. Not that much action tonight. Already 6 minutes in. Can we just get a couple cards out? Hello, welcome. Put a question in the chat and we will answer them for you. We're doing tarot readings. Hello. Okay. All right, look outward. It's really good time for a new project. Think with your head, not your heart. You're going to be able to prune nature how you need to. You see here with the Two of Swords inverted, it's time to look outside, not inside. With the sun represents the life force, kind of represents the moving momentum of the cosmos. Now, what you can do with that momentum is prune nature and watch it grow. So you're essentially shaping consciousness or the conscious nature of reality itself. So within inside of nature, there is a mental being that essentially you can work with as a human to manipulate it. And this is what that card represents. It represents the way that we work with nature. We can actually shape consciousness, but we have to make sure that our desires are aligned with nature. All right? So if we can do that properly, we can be the light force or the life force, which is the shining light. Captured within light, there is this eternal life, or some may call it God. And what happens is this life force or this light force is reflected through the universe, ultimately coming from a reality beyond ours. So I really want you to look outward and see what you can change, see what you can prune away in your life to start to shape the reality that you want. But your desires must be pure. They must be good. They must be strong. Hello, Kavanesh. Do you have a question? We are more than willing to answer a question. Hello, we're taking questions. You've got one person. Are you the one person? You're in the room, babe. Hello, we're taking questions. Please put the question in the chat. Taking questions. Please place the question in the chat. We will be more than happy to answer it. We're giving tarot readings. If you don't have a question, we'll just do general readings for the signs. We just did Libra. Taking questions. Please place it in the chat. Like and subscribe the video. Be more than happy to answer your questions. Hello. Taking questions. We are answering tarot reading questions. Just place your question in the chat. All right, sorry about that. Hang on. We're back. We're back. I accidentally knocked it over. Sorry about that. Taking questions. Oh, hi. Ever evolving Lynn, can you tell me anything good that may be coming towards me? Sure, I would love to. All right, here we go. We're shuffling the deck. Sorry, we had a little malfunction there. Okay. Stay open to new ideas. All right. Don't work too hard. Don't display what you've accomplished. Stay open to new ideas. You're still learning and growing. It may be good to take what some masculine forces are telling you in life, but maybe not utilize what they're saying. Don't make any quick movements. What's coming towards you? Less work, less display. I really want you to try to be modest. Don't work too hard, because if you work too hard, then people are going to take notice and they're going to think that you're trying too hard. All right? So I want you to kind of relax a little bit, be open to new ideas, and go very, very, very slow with these new projects. Let's get another card going. All right, stay balanced, and with that change, things are going to change, but I want you to stay balanced through that change. It might also be a physical change, a material change, change in money, change in finance. Yeah, it is very good. It's a good thing coming your way, Lynn. Let's get another one. All right, so once everything's kind of said and done and you take a step back from these projects, and, don't really listen to any masculine forces and stay open to these new ideas, actually a new endeavor is going to arise for you. There's going to be something that kind of pushes your will and your drive towards a new endeavor in life. So kind of take a step back from what's already going on so that you can allow something new to come in. Let's get one more. Might even be a new love. Might even be something that's going to challenge you, or not challenge you, but give you a new emotional vigor. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Lauren. If you put a question in the chat, we'd be more than happy to answer it for you. So that's what we got for you, Lynn. You've got good things coming your way. Just kind of take a step back and look at everything right now. Finish what you have going on. And just don't be too showy, because people are kind of watching right now. Yep, you're headed in good directions. If you put a question in the chat, we would be more than happy to answer. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Sarah's here too. Say hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Yep, we're just hanging out. She'll jump in when she gets a message too. Oh, what's my lover thinking about us from Lauren? Ooh, you want to give us some cards for that one, Sarah? All right, so we've got a Lauren says hi, Sarah.
Hi, Lauren.
All right, she's picking out some cards for you right now. Hang on. She does it interesting. Okay. All right, so your lover initially, let's get a couple more before I start reading this. Okay. One more. I'm going to say right now, okay. Yeah, don't make too many plans for the future. I think that whatever plans you guys were making, it's kind of was overbearing him. If anything, they want to not feel as much stress. I'm kind of getting the feeling that the plans that you guys were making them really stressed out. So take a step back and kind of see what's going on for them from the perspective that they were feeling the situation. So what were they thinking? They were just thinking that they were getting a little bogged down from all these plans. Go ahead.
No, I completely agree with that, what Nick is saying. And especially looking at this Empress in reverse, it almost looks like you're not being completely in your feminine energy. It's almost like you possibly want this relationship to work so much that you're getting more into your masculine and you're the one trying to almost pursue him or make the plans or make sure this is working. And this is just a reminder to be in your divine feminine. Sit back a little bit. Be the one who is pursued. Remember that you are the prize here, okay? And you just sit back and you attract and you let things come to you, okay? So I think he was getting a little bit maybe overburdened by whatever plans you were making, or maybe you're just taking a little too much action.
Lauren says that Lauren says that they've been getting pursed so much or pursued. Yep, you can get a free reading. All that we ask is that you like and subscribe the video. We'd be more than happy to give you a reading. All right, let's get one more card for this pursued. They've been getting pursued so much. Okay. Yeah, maybe this might be even the plans that they're trying to make with you, or it's becoming too much. I'm gonna say kind of let it go in the past, kind of let it be. Don't if you're not comfortable, don't do it, right? So if it's overbearing you, just kind of take it back a step and just relax a little bit. Kind of, I hate to say this, but put a stick in it for a while. So that's my best advice for the lover and what he's thinking. All right, we've got a new person, KK1111. They just want a general read. So we're going to get some cards out here for you, KK, and just hang out. Thank you for subscribing and liking. We're just doing general readings. We work as a couple, and we just love tarot. We love the tarot community. We love tarot tubes. So we're doing a general reading for KK right now. Or did you have a specific question? You just want a general reading? Hang on one second before we get these cards out. Did you have a question? Thank you, by the way, for waiting. Oh, they just want a general reading. Sorry. We could have gotten that going. Apologize. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have a specific question. Do you have anything? All right. So I'm going to jump in here. It's time to not really nurture your feminine side. Some people kind of gave up on certain situations in your life right now, and it's kind of making people feel like they haven't had any success. I almost feel like this might be a family member or somebody you're close to that kind of gave up or is going to give up, and it might not be a good time to lean into that feminine aspect of this situation. I really want you to kind of be more of a masculine force. Maybe break things down into the simplest matters that you can understand, that you can think about. It's important to celebrate successes and then recognize losses at this point. So things are coming to an end, though, with whatever was going on with these people kind of giving up, or them kind of taking from you. So just don't give up. Things are gonna go well, and everything's gonna be okay. I do see success coming from this, though. So as I said, just stick in there. Everything's gonna be fine. Look for like generational wealth and the wealth that's going to arise from people working with each other throughout the generations and like many different ages. So someone's watching you. It may have not been the best situation at that time, but they are honestly looking out for you in the best way. It's also a good time to kind of be really diplomatic with your decision making and sit back and think about everything that's really been going on for you. It's important to also recognize that things evolve and change into the best pattern and life possible that can be. So whatever's happened in the past and whatever sadness has been there ultimately has shaped you into a better person. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, KK. I hope that resonated with you. We're just doing general readings, so if you put a question in the chat, we'll be happy to answer it. Just shuffling the deck here. You're welcome, KK. All that we ask is that you subscribe to the channel. We're happy to be here with you. I want to welcome all the other people that are here, the other one or two. It's been a long day, and I think we all deserve a little break. It's Mondays. Mondays are always the hardest, in my opinion. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Hello, welcome. We're doing free tarot card readings. If you have a question, please place it in the chat. We'd be happy to help you guys out with a little insight. More than happy to help you. Just like and subscribe. That's all that we ask. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. This deck is getting better at shuffling. I think it was just a little stiff. We're here with Sarah. Sarah's here. If you put a question in the chat, we'll be more than happy to answer it. Hello, God's Anointed. Wasn't God's Anointed here with us the other day? Welcome. Do you have any questions for today? The Real. Okay, cool. What's up, my beautiful spirits in the world? Hello. Hello. What's up, The Real? We're God's Anointed is here. Hello, hello. God's Anointed Love Life. All right. I want you to, for your love life, I want you to listen to your inner guides and follow your love life spiritually. So whatever you've been trying to do with your love life, it needs to become more spiritually grounded. It might be a good time to follow a designated path for your love life. So really be pure about your intentions. Are you going for marriage? Are you going for a long-lasting relationship? Are you going for just platonic love? What actually is the path for your love life? I really want you to flush out the details and organize that and actually pursue it. You need to stay pure in your desires, and everything will happen as it needs to be. So this is ultimately a really grounded reading. Every single card in here is an earth card or associated to the element of earth. So you need to stay grounded in your love and don't get too out in the ethers with it, because as soon as you get out there, you're going to get lost. Stay close to earth. Stay close to what also makes you materially happy. Once that is lost, I think that there's going to be a little bit of an upset. So make sure that you find that path and stay grounded in it. I ultimately see good things coming. But it might, like I said, it might be good to listen to somebody on the direction that your love life is going. The Hierophant also represents counsel, so speaking to others. Traditionally in the Western system, people would talk to priests and spiritual leaders in times of need. So it might be good to check in with your local pastor, your local priest, your local monk, or even a local spiritual center where unconventional spirituality might be explored, and kind of talk to other people around you. The keys to the heart are there. They just need to be extremely grounded, extremely organized, and hold your heart close to you, because as soon as you let it go and you feel like you're giving too much, I really want you to reel it back and bring it back into yourself. All right, excellent. God's Anointed, does that kind of resonate with you? You can get another card here. This is going to be a journey. This is not going to be easy. I'm glad that it resonated with you. It's not going to be easy, and I really want you to take it with stride. Okay, so we've got a new question. Hello, Valerie. Tell me when I'm moving home. I'm waiting on a housing authority to find me suitable housing. Of course, Valerie, all that we ask is that you like and subscribe. We would be happy to answer your question about housing. That's a really serious one. So we love serious questions. We try to give you the best insight possible. Liking and subscribing doesn't cost anything. It's free. We do free readings as long as you like and subscribe. Great. Thank you, Valerie. All right, so Valerie's looking for suitable housing, and she's looking for the housing for her and her three special needs children. All right, I see good things coming. The Ace of Wands is great. Okay, another fire. Awesome. All right, so you really need to try to think of a new way to go about this. I think that people are working in the background for you and kind of pulling some strings and giving the commands that they need to make for this to happen. They need to see that you really like desire this super bad. So make sure that you're thinking of every possible scenario that can happen. And you're also making sure that your will is there and your drive. So the Ace of Wands represents new thought, and the Ace of Wands represents new drive, and the Ace of Swords represents new thought. Now the King is the commanding king by God's anointed. The King is the commanding person inside of the kingdom. So what happens is the king will give the order, and it trickles downwards into the rest of the kingdom. So I see some things happening behind the scenes that you may not know about yet, but they also want to check in with you. So keep making the calls, keep trying to figure out a new way that you could approach the situation. Okay, she says she just got a letter from the principal tonight from the new school when we move over there. She's helping me push it now. Excellent. So this reading is kind of resonating with that. Yeah, there's some people in the background that are really pushing for you to make this happen for you and your family. Yep, keep making the calls. They really need to see that your will is there for this to happen, because what that will do is show them that you really want this. You really have to fight hard for it. The King of Wands also is a very, I don't want to say violent, but very action-oriented king. He is the most action-oriented king, and actually, he's the strongest king. So the King of Wands is the strongest king. The Queen of Cups is the strongest queen. The Knight of Swords is the strongest knight. And the Page of Pentacles is the strongest page. So this is the strongest king. There are some things happening that are pushing things forward actually in a very quick way. I'll continue to fight. Do you get a sense when it'll happen? So the tarot doesn't really tell us when things will happen, but they will tell us that how things are happening, if that makes any sense. But I can pull one card. Whenever the paperwork says that it's going to happen. So the Justice card represents kind of like balance and litigation pushing through. It also represents Libra. So people are thinking about it, and if you want like a win, I'm going to say it's going to happen in the air signs. So right now we're still in Cancer, right?
No, we're in Leo.
We're in Leo. Okay.
No, I guess we are in Cancer. I'm sorry.
We're still in Cancer. So there's Leo. So it might be a few months. But that's okay. That's okay. Yep, they're all upright. So it's good signs. It's a good sign. Hang in there. Things are happening behind the scenes. Keep making the calls. Keep getting decisions made for you, and everything's going to work out in the end, Valerie. KK, if you're still here, you are always welcome for another question. Or for anybody else is new here, you're always welcome to have a new question. As long as nobody else has asked a question. So I hope that helped a little bit, Valerie. Just keep making the phone calls, keep pushing forward. No problem. You're always welcome. You're always welcome, Valerie. We're glad you're here. Thank you for coming in. Okay, KK wants to know what is next in love for her. All right, we can do that. Let's get it going. Okay. Okay. And okay. All right. So what's next in love? I see a very strong water sign coming your way. I also see somebody that may not think quickly, but they're quick with their love and they're quick with kind of realizing their emotions, but their thinking patterns aren't going to be so fast. They're going to be a little bit slower. I'm not saying this person's going to be like not smart, but they're very diplomatic and they're very careful about what they say, if that makes any sense. I do see kind of you being a very strong feminine figure in this next love. So they may need a little bit of guidance at times with what exactly they're feeling, but that feeling is going to be very strong. It is a water sign we're talking about here. So it's important to tap into that feeling, psychism. This is a very strong queen. As I said earlier, this is the strongest queen. All right. Now, the thing is about water signs is that they have a hard exterior and a soft interior. They're going to put on a front. They're going to put on a very hard front. But if you kind of pick away at that shield or that, armor that they have on, inside you're going to find this person is very soft, very kind, very loving. Now, when I said that your love is going to happen quick and they're going to realize their emotions quickly, that armor is going to come off pretty fast. So don't be blinded by their brashness. Just accept it. Just accept it. Does that help, KK? I don't know if they're still here. It says we have 0 people here. Oh, they say that their twin flame is still here. I mean, no, they say that their assumed twin flame is a water sign, Cancer. Yep, that's kind of what I was getting to. Yeah. So the tarot's affirming your assumptions, and I think that it's going to happen pretty quickly here. Just hang in there and stay tuned. Let's get one more going. Oh, of course. Yeah, actually, that's interesting. So the Chariot is Cancer, is the sign of Cancer. Be careful about this person's boundaries, though. They may not know your boundaries and they may not have boundaries themselves. So in this new relationship, really be clear about what the boundaries are, where they're at, and be open to like that guidance from nature in the celestial realm in this new love. You're good. You might feel like you're going to get pulled in different directions with this love, but we have to remember water signs, they're very up and down, right? So they'll be super happy one day, they'll be a little sad the next day. Like I said, they're going to go from soft to hard, hard to soft, night to, not being so brave to being extremely brave. They're very up and down. Okay, yeah, so they've been separated for a while. Interesting. All right, well, don't take it too quickly getting back into it with this person. The Chariot upside down also represents going slow in situations. We also have the upside down Knight. So, like I said, be a little bit diplomatic in how you move. Be very careful in how you think and how they think. It's important to just take things slow, all right? And figure out each other's boundaries, what works for you guys. All right, we're going to get another one going here. I hope that helped, KK. I'm glad that you've done some healing. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Oh, you're welcome. Glad that it resonated with you. Kind of crazy that we guessed a water sign and it was a water sign. Nope, sorry. We've got Sarah here, but she's not saying much today, which is okay. That's fine. Being supportive. Appreciate it. If you have another question, if anybody else has any questions, or KK, if you have another one, we're be more than willing to take it. We could also do a general read for, what would the next one be? Scorpio? Yeah, it would be, because we just did Libra. Hello, welcome everybody. If you have a question, place it in the chat. Be more than happy to answer your question. All we ask is that you like and subscribe the video. If you could put the question in the chat, that would be the best. Welcome everyone. Just hanging out, doing some tarot. Let's get it going for Scorpio since nobody asked any questions. Okay, Scorpio. It's time to stay attached to things that you love. Time to stay bonded to the people that you know. Might be a good time to walk away from prior feelings, so I want you to really relationships that you already have going for you. Embrace that. It's also not a great time to give commands, so really focus on yourself and don't really tell others what to do, but be there for them. Maintain that beautiful bond that's going on. It's a good time to heal. Don't open any new wounds, any new cans of worms, or anything like that. Scorpio, it's also a good time to stay away from earth signs and hang out with fire, water, and air signs. All right, Scorpio, allow yourself to heal the wounds from those earth signs. Heal those wounds from those earth signs. It may also be a good time to transform some old bonds and reignite some older bonds too. So you're not going to be meeting any new people or giving any kind of instructions to others, but it's good to look back and notice what's going on from the past. All right. I think that's good for Scorpio. If anybody has any questions, please place them in the chat. We'll probably only be here for like another 5 minutes. Is anybody here? Place your question in the chat. All right, if Scorpio's not, we've got a new like. All right, thank you. Hello, forever, ever. If you have a question, please place it in the chat. We will be more than happy to answer it. Taking questions. Hello and welcome. Yeah, welcome to you too. If you have a question and put it in the chat, we would be more than happy to answer it. Sarah's here sitting with me. She's not getting many downloads today, but that's fine.
No.
It's okay. It's an off day. Mondays are always off days. All right. Forever, ever. Do you have a question? Perfect. All right. They say, I'm looking for a new job. Do you see anything coming through? She's forever, ever says hi to you.
Hi, forever, ever.
I do.
Okay.
This is a great sign for a new job. But be ready to let go of any old connections that you have at the old job. I see maybe a job in healing others, taking care of others.
Perhaps you're into the humanities, social work,
Yep.
something that nurtures maybe teaching.
Yep.
nurse.
Yep. It's gonna.
Something that leans into your feminine nurturing side.
Yep. It's gonna be a rude awakening, though. This adjustment to your new job, it might not be easy, but I really want you to keep your hopes on the horizon and look outward. Expand your domain in positive directions in ways that can help others. I also want to encourage you to see the beauty in this new job, even if it's going to be difficult, and really purify your desire to actually have this new job. It is going to be an awakening, and you're going to have to fight really hard for it. So you're going to have to put yourself out there and make yourself distinguished from the rest of the world. Here's the thing about the tower, is that it represents a big awakening. It represents a means of excitement. It's the Mars force. Now, what the tower is also is that it's a way to be seen. Okay, so the Mars force represents kind of like fighting for things that you believe in, or just war in general and protection. But part of those things is also being seen. So when we protect ourselves, we also inherently become noticed. So I want you to really put yourself out there, and so that other people can notice you. And that's not always easy, all right? I do see a healing job, or a job that you can kind of lean into healing others or yourself. This is going to be an excellent opportunity for you. As Sarah was saying, look at something in the humanities, social work, community outreach, just in general. That's going to be key for you forever, ever.
Or possibly even cosmetology.
Sarah says cosmetology, something that has to do with beauty. That's great, because Venus has to do with beauty. Excellent job. Yeah, I hope that resonates for you forever, ever, even hair, something that has to do with vanity. Venus, the Empress is assigned to Venus. It has to do with beauty, vanity, love, and ultimately those things will bring wealth too. So if we see here, we have the symbol of Venus, and we also have the wheat, which represents wealth and growth. She says it did. Excellent. I'm glad this resonated with you. It's not going to be easy. We have the tower here, but you're going to find new horizons on this job, which is going to be excellent for you. Yeah. So lean into working with others, caring for others, even beauty, vanity. You have a lot going for you. Just keep your eyes open and realize that it's an expansive moment, and expansive moments are not always easy. All right, so that's what we got for you forever, ever. We hope it goes well. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please like and subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. An Schumann's here. An Schumann says, what do I need to do to get Joania back? All right, An Schumann, we're gonna do the reading on Joania tonight. We hope this works out well for you. We're gonna do it. Yes, no problem, forever, ever. You're always welcome to come and get a question answered. Okay, hello, Minion. Hello, Minion. Thank you for stopping by. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know we have a lot of regulars here, which is good. Right now we're asking on Schumann's question about Joania. Joanna. Oh, Joanna. Oh, okay. Joanna. Hello, welcome, Anjali. Okay, you need to celebrate what's already been had. You need to look back into the past. Try to encourage her to see what you guys have already done together. And I wouldn't take anything new with Joanna. Just kind of take it in stride. If you make any big jumps to try to start any new adventures with them, it's not going to turn out. They may not have the vigor to want to take that jump with you. So I want you to celebrate the things that have already happened. Anshuman says it's a classmate. Yeah, they kind of just want to focus on themselves right now, but they're okay with the things that you guys have already done together. Min Yun says the stream is lagging a bit. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can really do about that. It has to do with the Wi-Fi.
Can we maybe get a clarifier card?
Yeah, let's get a clarifier card. Yep, I'm gonna say, yep, this is not a good time to start anything new. Yeah, it's
I just think the flame is kind of on.
yeah, the flame is dying out a little bit on Schumann. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. All right, so let's do a new question. So on sorry about that. Stream is lagging a little bit. We lost connection. I turned the Wi-Fi off. Hang on. Helps. Sorry about that. Is Nanjali still here? Is Nanjali still here? Oh, Anjali, excuse me. Anjali, is Anjali still here? Okay, we're just gonna do the reading. We'll do a quick one. All right, don't take anything that's not yours and plan for the future. I really want you to look inward. Their current feelings are focusing on themselves and planning for things that maybe you guys can do together. I'm not completely sure Anjali is still here, so we're gonna do a really quick reading, just wrap this up, and then I'll get to your question, Minion. I see it. Yes, it's there. Okay, one more. It might be a good time to not make any big emotional decisions. Oh, they're still here. Their current feelings, yeah, they are not in touch with their feminine side. They're not in touch with how they're actually feeling. They're going inward in their thoughts, and they're making a lot of plans for the future. They're not really trying to sneak around. They're just really inside their own thoughts. They're really just trying to plan everything, but they're not in touch with their emotions right now. So be very careful around people like that. When you're emotionally vulnerable with people like that, they may not realize it, that you are being emotionally vulnerable. I know from my own life, people that are very heady, in quotes, or very into their psychological nature, sometimes they're out of touch with how they're feeling. And that can also resonate outward towards others, not in a good way. So just be careful about that. Check in with their feelings. Maybe they need to kind of like recalibrate how they're feeling with the rest of the world. We're gonna do Minyun's question now. Does G find our conversations boring? I don't know. Doesn't seem like he always engages. Okay. Yep, it'll get better, Anjali. I promise. Just try to check in with his emotional nature. All right, we're going to move on to Minyun's feelings. Does G find our conversations boring? A little bit. I'm going to say a little bit. Don't really think too hard about it, though. Let's get a couple more. You might need to act a little bit quicker. And if it's not happening fast enough for you, I would definitely say move on from this. If you're liking it, then keep going. But if you kind of feel like he thinks that they're boring, then you text a lot. Well, even just the fact that he's responding is a good sign. You know, when people are not really into the text messaging, they won't even respond. So it's kind of stagnant. Yeah, that's what we're getting too, because
that means slow.
That means very slow, very, very slow. He might not be he might not be minded in the planning aspects that you are. So it may be good to actually try to take the first step into the planning process with him. You really want to keep him excited about the texting. So maybe spice it up a little bit. That'll kind of wake him up. That'll wake him up quite a bit. Because right now I do think that he thinks it's a little boring and it's not moving fast enough for him. So you might have to move a little bit faster.
Boring, and he may just not even know what to say.
Yeah, he might not know what to say. So does he find me boring as well? No. I'm gonna say no. Just that I don't know. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. So
There's definitely a slowness to this whole thing, and I don't even think it's personal toward you.
yup.
Again.
Yeah. I think that you might need to spice it up a little bit for this guy if you want it to move any faster. So that's basically what I'm getting at. Yeah, I hope that helped a little bit. This is kind of a hard one. It's always hard when it comes to people's feelings, especially with relationships that are new. But your compass is the best compass for the situation. It's a good time to kind of get them a little more interested. I'm gonna say, like I said, spice it up. You know what that means. All right, let's get another question going. Does anybody have any other questions? He's pretty chatty with my other friends. Yeah, I would say that's a bad sign. Might be good to try somebody new. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Let's see. We answered on Schumann's question. We answered Mignon's question. Is anybody new here that wants a question answered? Just put it in the chat. We'll get to it. We're just shuffling the cards. Anybody new here wants a question answered? Hello, welcome. Put a question in the chat. We'll answer the question. All that we ask is that you like and subscribe the video. It costs you nothing. Just a little bit of a button push. That's it. And regulars are always welcome too if nobody new asks a question. You're always welcome for a second, third, or fourth question as well. Minion, if you're still here, you can ask another question. Always welcome. And if nobody asks a question, then we'll just we'll continue on with Sagittarius readings. We'll give it another 30 seconds for anybody. It's kind of like hard to air out your laundry on the chat, but this is like as anonymous as it gets. So it's good. It's a little scary sometimes, but it's okay. You'll be fine. Okay, we'll wait another 10 or 20 seconds and then we'll do
I'm gonna
a...
get into Sagittarius.
All right, we're going to do Sagittarius, and then once Sagittarius is done, if we don't get any other questions, then we're probably going to call it a night because we've been on for almost an hour now. Okay, we'll do Sag. Big changes, Sag. Hang in there.
You like changes.
Yup. Okay, you've been through a lot of hard work, Sagittarius, and this is kind of what you've been working for. You're looking at things from a new perspective, and this hard work has really given you a brand new perspective. The smoke is kind of clearing, and that change is arising that you have been working for. Your desires are purified through this hard work, and it's really showed you what fighting for something really means for you, Sagittarius, and that is so important in our lives. things have changed so much that it's like a complete 180 in your life. And it's also a really great time to make sacrifices that you haven't already done, and that'll really transform you into the direction that you want to go. You do feel slightly beat up from the path that you've been going down, but you're so much stronger for it, Sagittarius. You are the warrior sign, so you can take this. You tend to make decisions quickly, but recently you've been looking at the other side before you make them, and that is super important for your thinking patterns, for the people around you. Let's get one more for Sag. All right. It might be a good time to also share with others things that you don't need or want, and you're going to find that inner balance that you've also been searching for. Giving others things that you don't need or don't want is actually going to be really helpful, not only for you, but also the rest of the world. So it's a really great time to kind of rise up and find that inner balance from sharing. When we share things, we actually recalibrate our inner guides, our inner selves, to the point where it's like people love us, and that's going to perpetuate this inner transformation that we've been going for. So it's really important to kind of look at the other side and look how your sharing can actually improve other people's lives. And that's also going to change your own thinking patterns and bring you closer to that goal that you've been looking for and striving for. All right. You see anything, Sarah? No, Sarah's got nothing. All right, so any questions? All we ask is that you like the video, subscribe. All right. So I think that's going to be it for the night. I'm going to give us one more card, and we're going to call it a night. Celebration. Excellent. Celebrate our little wins that we have in life. That is the key to having a successful and happy life. Be proud about where you've come from. Be proud about where you're going. And make sure to share this success with friends, because people are all around you and they love you and they understand where you're at and you understand where they're at. So carry that on throughout your day tomorrow, and I hope everybody enjoys. Thank you guys for coming in, and have a wonderful night.
Thank you.